when 10-year-old Liam collapsed, gasping for air during a severe asthma attack. His life-saving inhaler was nowhere to be found, stolen by the one person meant to safeguard their community. Margaret Voss, the iron-fisted HOA president, had snatched his backpack, citing aesthetic violations, and showed no remorse as the boy teetered on the edge of death. But Liam's mother, Sarah, refused to let this slide. What she uncovered about the HOA's dark underbelly would flip the case upside down, sparking a firestorm of outrage. Stick around for the jaw-dropping twist in this true story, and see how justice finally broke through. Sarah Miller hadn't believed in new beginnings for years, but grief has a way of forcing you to try. 2 years earlier, a car crash claimed her husband, David, on a rainy night along I-35. No goodbye, just a phone call that shattered her world. She could still see Liam, then 8, standing by the window, waiting for a father who'd never return. Weeks later, Liam's first asthma attack hit. Doctors said trauma could trigger it, stress, genes, or environment. Sarah didn't care why. From then on, her son's breath became her lifeline. Liam, now 10, was small but sharp, with a love for constellations and smooth river stones. His inhaler was his constant companion, tucked in a blue backpack he never let out of sight. After David's death, Sarah moved them 3 times, chasing cleaner air and safer streets. When she found a listing in Willow Creek, a gated community with tidy lawns and strict HOA rules, it felt like salvation. No chaos, no surprises, just the quiet she craved. On move-in day, sunlight dappled the cherry blossoms, and Sarah dared to hope. The neighbors were reserved, the streets pristine. The HOA's thick welcome packet listed rules down to curtain shades, but Sarah shrugged it off. After all, Liam hadn't wheezed since they arrived. Yet something felt off. Smiles were tight, eyes watchful. HOA newsletters droned about compliance and visual harmony. A kid's bike left near a lamppost vanished overnight. Sarah ignored the unease. Liam was thriving, and that was enough. She didn't know the rules, she trusted would soon become a weapon aimed at her son. It was a crisp Thursday when disaster struck. Sarah popped out for a 10-minute grocery run, leaving Liam to sketch chalk comets on their driveway. She returned to a nightmare. Liam, crumpled on the lawn, clawing at his chest, lips pale, eyes wide with terror. "Liam! Where's your inhaler?" she screamed, dropping her groceries. His backpack, the one with his emergency inhaler, was gone. He never left it behind. Never. "Help!" Sarah's cry echoed down the silent street. A neighbor, Tom, a retired firefighter, sprinted over, his wife, Ellen, a nurse, close behind, already calling 911. Ellen shoved her inhaler into Liam's mouth. 1 puff. 2. His chest heaved, color creeping back. The ambulance's wail pierced the air as paramedics whisked him away. Sarah turned to Ellen, trembling. "Who took his bag?" Ellen's face darkened. "I think it was the HOA." Sarah's world tilted. At the HOA office, a quaint cottage reeking of lavender, Margaret Voss sat sipping tea, unruffled. "Where's Liam's backpack?" Sarah demanded. Margaret gestured to a shelf. "Safe and sound." "It was cluttering the lawn." Sarah's voice shook. "He nearly died." Margaret didn't blink. "It violated Section 4A, unattended items. Rules apply to everyone." Sarah stared, stunned. The backpack had a red, "Emergency use only" tag. This wasn't a mistake, it was deliberate. Margaret's calm was a slap. "Perhaps he'll learn to respect our standards." Sarah clutched the backpack and stormed out, rage replacing fear. This was no misunderstanding. Margaret chose control over compassion. That night, a neighbor's doorbell camera revealed the truth. Margaret striding across the lawn, yanking Liam's bag as he stumbled, clutching his chest. The neighbor posted it online with a caption. "A child almost died today. Has the HOA gone too far?" The video exploded, racking up millions of views. Hashtags like hashtag let kids breathe and hashtag HOA tyranny trended. Comments flooded in. This is criminal. She stole medicine over grass? Charge her. News outlets pounced, local, then national. CNN ran segments. Good Morning America called. A pulmonologist's TikTok about asthma's dangers went viral, stitched with the footage. This wasn't policy. It was attempted murder. A petition for Margaret's arrest hit 500,000 signatures. Lawyers offered pro bono help. A senator tweeted, "This is about accountability, not rules." Digging deeper, people found old HOA emails, fines for chalk art, wheelchairs deemed unsightly. It wasn't just Liam, it was a pattern of cruelty. Margaret stayed silent, but the HOA's bland statement about community standards only fanned the flames. Then, a bombshell, an anonymous leak of the HOA's private Slack. Minutes after Liam's ambulance left, Margaret wrote, "Let the little brat hold his breath. Rules are rules." The board laughed. The internet erupted. This wasn't negligence, it was malice. Sarah filed a civil suit, gave interviews, and rallied advocates. Under crushing public pressure, the Travis County DA charged Margaret with felony child endangerment and attempted murder. The trial was electric. Protesters waved signs. "Kids aren't clutter." Inside, Liam sat beside Sarah, his inhaler clipped to his belt like a shield. Margaret, in a crisp suit, showed no remorse. Her lawyer claimed it was a policy misstep, blaming Sarah's social media hysteria. But the evidence was brutal. The footage, the Slack messages, paramedics' reports. The jury took 3 hours. Guilty on all counts. The judge's words were ice. You chose power over a child's life. Margaret got 3 years in prison, a psychological evaluation, and a lifetime HOA ban. Relief rippled through the courtroom, not triumph, but justice. Outside, Liam told a reporter, "I just want kids to breathe." His 6 words became a rallying cry, inspiring Liam's Law to protect medical equipment access, passing with bipartisan support. Sarah and Liam stayed in Willow Creek, not out of forgiveness but defiance. They'd earned their place. Neighbors apologized, some quit the HOA. A new president vowed change. Liam played on the lawn, inhaler close, fear fading. Sarah watched, her tea cold, feeling not just safe but strong. Justice had been slow, but it hit like a hammer. What do you think? Was Margaret a villain or a product of a broken system? Should Sarah have fought or fled? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear your take on this chilling clash of rules and humanity. Like and share to keep this story alive.